Hello YouTube and welcome to Synthetic Oil Info. My name is Tom Brown. In this video I want to talk about AMSOIL's Motorcycle Octane Boost. Get that up here on the camera. A relatively new product that AMSOIL introduced a couple of years ago to address the fuel quality problem that many motorcycle riders were experiencing. So they developed Motorcycle Octane Boost to specifically address after ethanol fuel came out, because many of our Harley Davidson and other air-cooled four-cycle customers were complaining about the effect that ethanol gasoline was having on their motorcycles, and especially at low RPM and high heat operation. They were experiencing a lot of pinging or detonation sounds that we were all familiar with back in the old days on cars. And so AMSOIL developed the Motorcycle Octane Boost specifically to address that problem. So if you add this 4-ounce bottle to 4 to 6 ounces of gasoline, it will typically raise your octane number by about 3 points. So if you start off with a 90 octane fuel and add this to there, then you're going to end up with about a 93 octane fuel. So just add 3 points roughly to whatever you start with, and obviously that's going to depend a little bit on your mixture ratio. So if you're adding this to 4 ounces or 4 gallons, then it may have a slightly higher boost, as opposed to if you add it to 6 gallons, obviously it's going to be diluted a little bit more, and so it may not have quite as much of a boost on that 6-gallon tank as it did on a 4-gallon tank. But why this is important is because especially ethanol fuel does not have as much energy value as straight pure gasoline. And so even though the alcohol, which is what the ethanol really is, has a higher octane number, it has less energy value. And so if you have a 10% mixture of ethanol in your gasoline, the energy content of that mixed gasoline is lower than a pure gasoline a tank of fuel would be. And so, and your motorcycle was designed or was calculated, the fuel injectors and the fuel mapping on that motorcycle were most likely designed for pure gasoline. So when you run an ethanol load in there, or an ethanol blended fuel in there, it's not putting out as high of an energy content, and it tends to cause the engine to run lean. And when gasoline engines run lean, they also run hot. And the hotter they get, the more likely they are to detonate or ping. So if you can boost that octane number up with a additive such as AMSOIL's Motorcycle Octane Boost, you will prevent some of that harmful pinging or harmful detonation that is taking place inside your engine. If you don't control that, you will eventually burn a hole through the top of your piston or cause other damage inside of your engine that is very expensive to repair, and it is not something that you want to mess around with. When all you have to do is run a better fuel and treat that fuel with a very inexpensive octane booster such as this from AMSOIL, it can prevent that from ever happening, and it will also allow your engine to run the way it was intended to run, because some of these newer engines are also equipped with sensors on board or on the cylinder block of the engine that senses when that engine is pinging or going into detonation mode, and it will retard the timing, the ignition timing of the engine, so that to prevent that pinging or detonation from continuing. However, when it does that, it cuts your power and it cuts your fuel economy. You want to be able to run the maximum amount of ignition advance that is safe for your engine at that particular RPM to gain the maximum power and the maximum efficiency from your engine. So when it starts, you put in bad gas or haven't treated it, then you're not gonna get the most power and the most efficiency out of your engine, and you're not gonna be happy with the way it performs. So for a very small price, dump in a 4-ounce bottle of Motorcycle Octane Boost, and this is also safe for those new bikes that have catalytic converters in the exhaust system. My new, well, now almost new, 2012 Harley Ultra Classic came from the factory with very small catalytic converters in each down tube of the header, and that caused Harley to have to retune that engine to run it leaner so that it wouldn't, so that a richer fuel load wouldn't cause the catalytic converters to malfunction and go bad. And so one of the things that I was able to do was to put on a different head pipe and get rid of those and change the tuning on my engine to richen that tune a little bit so I get more power and less heat. But I still run the Motorcycle Octane Boost in there so that I can maintain maximum efficiency, especially if I'm forced to run ethanol blended gasoline. I try to run pure gasoline whenever I can, and even then I throw in a bottle of Motorcycle Octane Boost just to be safe. The other good thing about the Motorcycle Octane Boost additive is that it also contains detergents that will clean harmful deposits out of your fuel system and clean out your fuel injectors. So it's really like having two products in one. It boosts the octane rating of your fuel by about 3 points, and it also cleans your fuel system, which is again especially important if you're running ethanol blended fuels. They tend to leave behind more deposits than straight pure gasoline does. AMSOIL has another product called Dominator that I'll talk about in a separate video, Dominator Octane Boost, but it is not safe for catalytic converter equipped vehicles. It is intended for off-road use for vehicles that have had the catalytic converters removed or never had them to begin with, for race vehicles. So it is not recommended that you use the Dominator Octane Boost in vehicles that have catalytic converters. And again, that's a lot of your newer motorcycles. So again, go to our website, MinutemanPerformance.com, which will link you directly to the AMSOIL website. And you can order Motorcycle Octane Boost in a single bottle, or you can order it by a case. Very inexpensive when you consider the damage that you are preventing to your engine, and addresses all those fuel quality issues that we're all forced to deal with on a daily basis. Please check us out on Facebook at Synthetic Oil Info and like us there. And please subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, Synthetic Oil Info. And again, our website, MinutemanPerformance.com. Our email is info@MinutemanPerformance.com. Please feel free to post your questions or concerns down below this video in the YouTube boxes there. And that's it for now. You have a great day.